Hi, and welcome to another edition of BRE TV. I'm Alistair Morrison. I'm joined with me today by David and Dominic Morrison. Hi guys, how you going?
Hello, how are we going?
Back.
We're back for another edition because there's been lots happening in real estate since we last spoke to you. I suppose the biggest news in the real estate scene has been the downing of the Ring of Steel and an absolute influx of out-of-town buyers, particularly Melbourne buyers, back into the marketplace. And it has just sent things pretty crazy, hasn't it, guys?
What I want to see first, though, I reckon let's see if we can do a BRE TV without using the word unprecedented. Do you reckon we can make that happen?
There we go.
So is this the first media since February that hasn't used the word yet? Not just BRE TV, all media.
I just can't bear it. I can't remember what the word that was added to the dictionary was, but it was doom scrolling.
Yes.
Doom scrolling?
Yeah. And Rona was the other one, yeah.
Well,
let's see if we can do it.
We'll try to keep it professional. We'll try to avoid all those hip new language words that are coming out at the moment as a result of COVID, but we'll try to keep it about real estate. And,
There are a few that word things happening in the real estate market in Ballarat at the moment, though.
Such as?
The
number of sales, the prices.
Are you in real estate? Sometimes he's in real estate, sometimes he's not. But it has been pretty manic, hasn't it? Like we were finding probably before the Ring of Steel came down, it was pretty crazy anyway, just the amount of interest that was happening in buyers generally and locally. But it is fair to say since the easing restrictions has gone out of control, hasn't it?
It's unbelievable, I guess you could say. Unbelievable. Look, my Melbourne buyers were still here via video inspections. Some not even that; they'd just get a building inspector to have a look at it for them during the lockdown. But now that they can come back and have a look, it's probably a bit harder work. But we're having to do second and third inspections with them. But the numbers have certainly grown.
And the prices that are being achieved, like it's really in our sales meetings now when we're talking about different sales results, it's not really that uncommon to see, most of the properties are going above the top end of the range in highly competitive situations. And it's not looking like it's going to be abating at all. It's pretty much going to be the status quo all the way through till Christmas. In fact, it's probably a better time now where we know it's really hot than it is that maybe into 2021. And
I reckon you can always kind of gauge it from an auction. You and I had an auction on the weekend, or the weekend before that, and that one was just a piece of land.
Yeah.
Nothing special, was it?
No.
And that had really good action, really good interest, and it ended up going. What was it? Was it 35,000 above the range?
It was hot.
Really, really popular. I feel like you can always gauge it from that. And that was like the weekend as soon as Melbourne were let out.
Yep.
It clicked over into something different. It's always been quite good.
Yes.
It's been solid and steady right throughout the period.
Yes.
But there was a visible change into a market that was super buoyant now.
Yes. But I don't reckon it's just a factor of COVID and the easing restrictions that have made this change. I think the market was before COVID really strong, and people recognise that. And I think people have also realised that regional Victoria before COVID was a good place to be. And then when you got the factoring of the interest rates so cheap, so finance is so accessible and so affordable. There's actually a lot of factors that are playing into a really solid housing market. And also...
the low supply is a big thing at the moment.
Exactly right. Buyers just have got nothing to choose from at the moment. So what actually you're finding is that those sellers are probably yielding a result in excess of what they would have achieved in any other marketplace, just because there's not much choice for these buyers to buy from. I know if I was a seller and you really wanted to get a better price, you'd have to go when you knew it was going to be good, because who knows what next year's going to hold. So yeah.
And there was that period where homeowners were a little bit hesitant to put their properties on the market. So there was that period where the homeowners that had wanted to go on the market and did go on the market were still getting great results. But now more home owners and owner occupiers are coming back onto the market. So that part of the market has also come back too, and really, really strong now too.
The supply, during the lockdown months, there was probably about 1,000 properties on the market compared to the usual of 2,500, so well less than half. So the supply's picked up, you're right, because people are gaining confidence, but the demand is there to swallow up that supply quite quickly, so it's still just hovering around 1,100 properties on the market in realestate.com. So that includes all your builders' properties, so off the plan stuff, blocks of land, little units. So it sounds like a lot, but it's well less than half there was last year in less precedented times. That demand is, while the supply is coming back, there's such demand that it's just swallowing it up before it can get back to normal levels. It's really unbelievable.
But at some point, it does need to get back to normal levels, and I think that's the point. That I suppose that what we're sort of saying is that, if you're trying to pick the peak of the market, well, maybe there's a fair chance that we're at the peak of the market. Maybe we're at the top of the hill. It's not that price is going to go down, but maybe this is the best of the growth that we're going to seize.
And I'd ask either of you a question: is there a suburb across the whole of Ballarat that is not doing well? Like, is there one single? Sometimes
it's probably been the biggest thing that's changed since the more experienced agents in our office. We used to do our caravan, and you'd drive around and you'd be in certain suburbs, and they'd be like, "Oh, you'll never sell this." Not a thing anymore. Every area has its own, following. It's less. People are discriminating less. They just want Ballarat. They don't care whether it's Alfredton, Mount Helen. Completely changed. Good pickup.
And also, like, the people that are coming here because there are genuinely Melbourne buyers or people from outside of Ballarat moving to Ballarat. Living in Sebastopol, it's like a 3 or 4 minute drive into. How could that be bad? How could Sebastopol be a bad area?
Exactly.
Because it's so close to shops and towns and Sturt Street and schools and everything. There's no bad area.
Yes. It's just like, I suppose, a little bit like when we refer to Old Alfredton. Well, I feel as though Old Alfredton just keeps getting further and further and further out because what was once newer is now older and now more sought after. And I think a lot of suburbs like that have sort of evolved over time, and Redan would be a good example of.
And then the newer areas with the current stamp duty discounts. I'm putting a great new listing on the market this week at 10 Granger Parade. So that's a brand new build. So the purchaser of that will get a 50% discount on stamp duty. So things like that are going to keep powering the market.
First home buyers, interest rates, stamp duty savings. There's a lot going for it. There's a lot going for real estate market. There's a lot of reason why people are going to be pouring a lot of money into real estate because there's no alternative where to put money. You can't keep money in the bank. A lot of people don't like investing in equities and shares. So where are they going to put their money? Real estate Australians have a love affair with real estate because it is as safe as houses, and that's where they're going to put the money. So
and I think our pricing in Ballarat helps with that.
Under $1 million. So you the discount is for any property under $1 million. You get a 50% discount for a brand new build, or a 25% discount for an existing home. So a lot of suburbs in Melbourne and on the coast. There's not a lot under $1 million, where it's pretty much most properties in Ballarat. You'll be able to get with that great stamp duty discount.
Amazing. But there has been some great results, and I suppose what the folks are here to hear about is some of the results that we've been getting. I know that you're obviously able to jump on our website and see all of our solid results, and as everyone in the marketplace knows, no one sells more than us. We sell the vast majority of all properties that sell in Ballarat, so we feel we have a pretty good understanding of where the market's at. But some recent sale results which have been truly outstanding is a property that first came off the rank that I actually sold. I shouldn't say I sold. I listed it.
Who made this list?
Adam sold the property. So Adam at our office actually had the buyer for the property, and he managed to negotiate a great price, again above the top end of the range, for a simple 3-bedroom brick veneer in Otway Street South. And it sold for $365.
Good buying,
$365.
You can see why the Melbourne buyers are attracted to those type of properties.
Get in for a great investment property, a good neat and tidy house. 7 Oxley Bend. Dom, that's one of your sales?
Yeah, great result for a lovely family that I've dealt with that property for a long time. I've been back there and done appraisals every year for them, and it's gone up and up and up. And finally, we've achieved a great price of $535,000 for that house at 7 Oxley Bend in Alfredton.
Big price for 18 Haddon School Road in Haddon for Damien Larkin. He got $810 for that one.
And that's another part of the market that is experiencing obscene growth, is that lifestyle fringe Ballarat area.
A couple of acres.
It doesn't even have to be that. No. Just a little bit of extra land. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. I don't think James can get enough of those properties at the moment. They're just absolutely walking out the door.
Yeah.
20 Anne-Marie Drive in Winter Valley. Winter Valley's doing particularly well. Blaze got $495 for that one, which was a great result.
I helped him out with an inspection there last night, and there's Blaze Newman sold stickers everywhere in Winter Valley, so he's the man to see in Winter Valley at the moment.
Yep, absolutely. Probably at 115 Lala Street in Canadian, a great double-storey house on looking onto the lake there, got $750,000. Brian T got a great result there for that one.
Huge.
Likewise at 40 Eureka Street in Ballarat East, Brian T again pops his head up and got $565 for a
Great result. Took that over from another agent who struggled to sell that for some time, and Brian was able to do it in a good time, and huge result.
How do you struggle to sell a house in this market?
I think Jay worked in with him on that one in Eureka Street as well. So yeah, heaps of teamwork happening at the moment within the office.
Yeah, absolutely. Ballarat's best real estate team. But look, we've been bemoaning the fact that there hasn't been enough stock on the market, but the reality is we're getting the lion's share of the stock. So there is some new stock to be able to tell buyers about in this video.
Probably one of yours first, is it?
No. I think it's Damien Larkins at 27 Scarlet Drive in Lake Gardens, and Lake Gardens is just like hen's teeth. Trying to get something to Lake Gardens very hard to do, but I think you've also got one at Elmstone.
12 Elmstone Lane at a double-storey townhouse, and they're awfully hard to get. And I think there's been a renaissance for townhouses.
Under 500?
Under 500,
Great
hard
buy.
to get.
Yep.
Townhouses,
Absolutely.
people love them.
Damo's one there in Scarlet Drive, a 2-year-old home, so that'll be a great one.
Great one. Lock Avenue, Dave?
No,
Go,
me,
John.
31 Lock Avenue.
I'll take it. I'm happy to take it on if you like.
Incredible 4-bedroom, 2 living areas, stunning renovation,
beautiful.
marble fireplaces in Lock Avenue, so one of Ballarat's best streets. They've done a beautiful big extension out the back, so you're quite high up overlooking the trees of Frank Street. I wish we were still doing Caravan, because that would have been a very impressive one to go through.
Absolutely.
Already great interest on that one, 31 Lock Avenue.
Speaking of beautifully kept houses and the most, I would say possibly the most immaculate cottage garden I have ever seen, with the hedges that literally must be maintained on a daily basis with clippers. But 27 Ploughshare Drive is a beautiful house in that Mount Helen location. Stunning home, big home, good car accommodation.
Lovely spot there, isn't
Lovely
it?
spot, really loving, quiet area. 27 Ploughshare, 409 Lygar Street, Dave.
Oh, finally. 409 Lygar Street, stunning home, been fully renovated, top to bottom, fully renovated. She's actually an interior decorator, so it's very nice to walk into that house and show buyers through.
If you want to get more properties on the list, you just need to write the list. And BT's got 320 Nicholson Street. Is a lovely home.
BT, Brian Tate.
Brian T. 320 Nicholson Street, which will just go well because of the address alone, I think. So a great cottage there.
Yeah.
21 Landale Avenue, Joe Thornton, JT, has got a great house. There. I think there'll be no question about that. It'll be an investor's delight, I'd imagine.
Did you sell that one?
I sold that a few years ago. Beautiful timber house, fully renovated, and that area has just gone ahead because it's quiet and beautiful native trees and all good.
And hold on,
Another one for
There's
Dave.
one more property on the list, and it's
Last.
24 Essex Street in
How
Wendouree.
surprising.
Have you not sold already?
Hasn't gone on the market yet, thanks. But it goes on the market tonight, and this is a 4-bedder, 2 bathrooms, extended in that, what do you call it, golden rectangle?
Yes,
That doesn't have the same ring to it,
spot.
does
If
it?
Wendouree wasn't already prime spot in and of itself, this is the prime of the prime.
Between Howard and Norman.
That's right.
It's
Yes.
it's the eye fillet of Wendouree.
And it's such a... We'll let that one go. And it's such a nice looking house too, and it's renovated, and it'll walk out the door. This one, these are the ones where you expect hordes of people to be coming to this one. This is the one where you really earn your money on the number of inspections you do.
And I think you've just jinxed it as well.
This one will still
We've
be
been talking about that for a while, I think.
VOTV next week again, just to see how Dave's
happy to
going
talk
on Essex Street.
happy to talk about 24 Essex Street next week. That's how confident I am.
I feel there's been a bit of a change, because you're right, there is a bit of a golden rectangle there, but that is changing, and it's almost like we were talking about earlier, anywhere in Wendouree is gold now. And I feel like we've got a bit of, we can take the credit for that a little bit. We push Wendouree very well. I think we've got the top 3 agents in our office in Wendouree, so the top 3 agents that sell Wendouree properties. That perception of you having to be in that little pocket's changing and growing, and all of it's really popular now. We're getting over $400,000 for plenty of 3-bedroom brick veneers that are further out.
Unbelievable. It's an amazing market, and I think the moral of the story in summing up our conversation here today is that the market is so good, and sellers should really be looking at it closely and saying, really, now probably is the time. You can wait till next year when a whole lot more stock will come on the market, or you can take advantage of the market now on prices that are really just too good to be true.
In your 20 years?
One of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it has to be totally the best.
One of the best I've ever seen, and you just don't see them this often. And people sometimes wait and hold out, and maybe a little bit, but really, I just wonder whether we've hit the peak. Whether we've hit the peak and now's the time to do it. So, look, if you're looking to find out what your house is worth and want an update, it's simple to do, quick to do, easy to do, give us a call and we're happy to come around and see you and give you an updated appraisal.
Or do what all those buyers do when they're looking to buy in Ballarat and they Google Ballarat real estate, and we will come up first.
Well, you never go to the second search result.
I wonder if we sell the most.
Anyway, thank you for watching another edition of BRET. We'll look forward to seeing you for our Christmas edition, but have a great weekend.